kind of, it was obviously a game where you guys were trying to play catch up, the whole way. What can you guys, take away from this in terms of what you need to work on as you have another game 2 days away?
Yeah, quick turnaround. But I think the impact that Jalen had for our team showed a little bit tonight. And the whole last couple of weeks when we were preparing for this game, we had 11 days off. I sort of made it my own duty that I wanted to help this team out as much as I could. And if I had to step in and play the four, which I haven't played for a while, I want to do that. And I want to help this team win as much as possible. But we had a really bad start, like lackadaisical. A lot of it's on my part. I let my man get a quick 8, and I think we just got in a hole, and I think we were just fighting the whole game, like you said. And when you have a good team that's well oiled, and you got great shooters with Schwartz, and you got a really good big man, they can just they just had a tempo that we just didn't break for them. And I think carrying on for us, we gotta when we're down like that, we just gotta disrupt that as much as possible. I think you just show that at times there's people that we need to step up in certain situations. So a bad start, but something we'll learn and take forward for the next 2 games coming up.
Yeah, no, stepping into the floor again, like you said, it might have been a minute. What did you see out there tonight, being back in that starting lineup right there? And just kind of walk us through what you saw. And yeah.
Well, as a forward, you just got to be able to more up top playing JI's position. He's played a little bit of facilitator for us and was just always aggressive. So I watched a little bit of film about him and just watching how he just approached the game. And I try to do a little bit of that, but at the same time, I know I'm a spot up shooter and just being ready to shoot. But like I said before, I think we just got in such of a hole and we were just trying to claw and fight our way back. And we just couldn't disrupt their flow at all. We had a couple spurts, couple runs here and there because basketball is a game of runs, and we got it down to like 3 or 4, almost going into the second half. But they will just get spurts of 6 quick points, 8 quick points, and then we're looking at the scoreboard and thinking like, what just happened? So I just think those mental laps for us is breaking that up as soon as possible. Like we can't. It's Division I basketball and everyone's playing well. I mean, it's the middle of the season, so everyone's getting a groove, and we just got to do better.
Okay, next we're going to go to Lance Mccurley, and then we're going to finish off with Drew Beale.
How important is this little 3-game stretch? I know y'all dropped the games tonight, but, how important is it to, possibly win these next 2 games and get back to around 500 or at 500 heading into SEC play against Texas A&M on January 4th?
It's very important. I mean, winning is what we play the game for. So, and I think we need to know how to win without Jalen. I think his presence, like I said, was big time throughout the first third of our season. And I think we just need to go back to. We just got to figure out how to we all can just slightly impact what JI have for us. But going into we got 2 games and then we got Christmas and then we got 1 more game and then we got conference play. So it's very important that we go into conference play with some momentum like that. So, I think we're going to bounce back, but we got to prove it tomorrow. We got an off day, but we're going to get in practice and we're going to, fix some things and then game and then, yeah. So, but we got to fix some things for sure.
Hey, Noah, you obviously mentioned Jalen and kind of the absence or the void that his absence has created. And you obviously got to start in his place tonight. You beat yourself up a little bit for the defense at the beginning, but I thought you played pretty well and hit some big shots. How did it feel, you playing almost twice your season average of minutes and stepping into that bigger role tonight out there?
That's why I came here. I came here to play, and I came here to help the team win games. First start of the season, I got sick. I couldn't really play in that little tournament that we had, and that I think I just had to take a step back and think what I'm doing is not enough for the team. So that little moment where I wasn't playing a whole lot, it was big for my development and just thinking like I got to do a lot more than what I think I'm doing. But I hit some shots. That's great, but what I hear from the coaching and what they're always harping on me for is defense, because they know I can shoot, but at the end of the day, the other side of the ball it was a lot more important tonight for sure, and just the little details that we've been preaching in practice the last 4 days. But yeah, I made some shots. That's great, but my big thing at this point in my career is just being consistent. So next game, same mentality, but defense got to pick it up. But as a team, we're gonna bring some fire the next game, because this doesn't go. This isn't Georgia basketball. That's not what we do.
Okay, thanks, Noah.
Thank you.
Next, we're going to be joined by Braelen Bridges. Ready to get started, Braelen?
Yes.
First, we're going to go to Mark Weiser, and then we're going to go to Lance Mccurley.
Hey, Braelen, how much do you guys put on this, kind of adjusting to not having Jalen, and I know you guys had like 10 days to try to piece it together, moving on without him, but, what can you say about kind of how you guys can be better without him?
Jalen obviously brought a lot of versatility, physicality. He did a little bit of everything. He can guard 1 through 5, basically. We're just trying to replace him with Noah. Obviously, he just said stepping up with a lot of aggression. Dalen, he had a pretty good game, I would say, rebounding and shooting the ball. So we just instilling confidence into everybody and just trying to make sure people take his place.
Hey, Braelen, what kind of went wrong tonight? I know they were 11 of 26 from 3, but was it that y'all dug yourselves in a hole too early and just couldn't get out? Or, is his absence just really kind of, missing down there? And who do you expect, besides yourself, to be able to fill that void in the rebounding department?
In the rebounding department, I think it's a team thing. We can all box out, make sure we box out our man and all crash. But tonight, I think it was just missed assignments. Letting Schwartz get transition threes, wide open transition threes, or they ran the same play like 3 times in a row and got Adoro on the back cut, who I was guarding, so I could have guarded him better. I felt like we did good in the first half on him. He only had like 7, I think. But we let him get going in the second half, so we relaxed too much.
Okay, next we're going to go to Drew Beale.
Hey, Braelen. Obviously, you guys had a pretty long layover of 10 or 11 days between the last game and tonight. Do you think there's, with or without Jalen, an element of rust that kind of impacted the team's rhythm tonight out there? Did you feel that at all?
We've been going very hard, even on those days off. But I mean, nothing can be like the game. So I guess you can say the game is totally different from practice, even though we've been going hard. And I feel like we've been having good days up to this point. But I mean, nothing is like the game. So I guess you can say so.
Okay, we're going to open it up to any follow-up questions. Okay, thanks, Braelen.
All right, thank you. Go to office.
Okay, we're going to be joined by Coach Crean shortly. And then we're going to go to Jack Leah.
Hey, Tom, I know you all didn't defend like you would like, and I think you shot like 34% in the game. Is this, just about transitioning with Jalen Ingram not there, or and if it is, I guess, how do you, compensate for that?
Well, I don't know. Now we have a game to under our belt without him, and there's no question that it was different. But that's what we have now, and our guys have got to understand this is our team. And outside of the onslaught at the beginning, which 18-4, I don't feel whatsoever that we're not going to come back in the game. And we did. We got it to a 2-possession game. But the problem for us at times was we didn't follow the game plan and defensively. And that just can't happen. That can't happen. We can't be bumping the cross screen, one time and then not bumping it the next time, right? It's got to be consistent. It's got to be ongoing. That's no excuses. That's where we miss Jalen in a lot of those situations with the talk, but that doesn't, we've got to be more physical. We've got to be more physical. We've got to be more tuned in to what we have to do awareness wise, what we have to do game plan wise. And we're not in a position. The hardest thing in basketball is to keep playing really hard and really good defense if your shot's not falling. And we have to overcome that because we're going to make shots. And I know we didn't make a ton tonight. We're going to make shots. We're going to get, the ball's going to move. Our spacing is going to change a little bit now because we will play Noah more. We will play Dalen more. And it was the first time those guys were in the roles that they were in today. But I'm more concerned about the process of the lack of attention to the detail of what we needed to do in the game plan than I'm anything else. And then you just have to, we have to continue to find leadership in uncommon ways and in uncommon places, which means guys that may not be comfortable doing that don't have a choice, right? We don't get, this is not a comfortable environment. You don't get to be comfortable in college basketball. You've got to be on it. You got to find your voice. You've got to bring your will to others. You've got to help bring your drive and determination because we're playing really hard and we're doing a lot of good things, but you've got to bring others with you. And there's got to be a contagiousness of belief. And that's where we've got to get better. And frankly, we miss Jalen big time in that, but that's what we've got to learn now.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned some of those shots not falling. Is that something that you're concerned about, or was it just they didn't fall, or was it the game?
No, a couple were open. Yeah, we took a couple challenged, but no, I'm more concerned right now about the defense. We're going to score points. I'm not. We'll figure that part of it out. We'll figure that part out. I'm more concerned about the offensive glass, how we're going to get fouled, than missing the shots because we're going to have to get to the foul line, and we can't just have one post score. So we've got to get there on cuts. We've got to get there on drives. We've got to get there on screening actions, which get us in. That's what I'm more concerned about because when you go 18 for 23 from the foul line, then you need to get fouled, and we need to do a good job there. But I'm more concerned about that we didn't have the attention to detail that we have to have defensively. Now everybody's just got to grow up. They've got everybody, even Aaron Cook and Christian Wright as guards and Kerry Oquendo. Everybody's role has to be enhanced by what they do collectively, defensively, what they do on the glass, what they do talk-wise, and how they inspire their teammates. And that's what has to happen. And it's not a one-person job, it's a team job. And that's what we have to get better at.
Okay, next we're gonna go to Lance Mccurley and then Drew Beale.
How important was the play of Dalen tonight? He grabbed 7 rebounds, I think, in Jalen's absence, and then put up 6 points moving forward. Could he help affect the team?
Well, he will. There's no doubt about it. I mean, this is the first time. Again, I mean, it's the first time we played in 11 days, and we played without our best player or a guy that was maybe our most consistent player. So again, everybody's roles got to enhance. I mean, we fully expect Dalen when we signed him to be a real contributor here, but he missed a lot of time with injury. He missed a lot of time, and then he got hurt again, which put him back. And so again, he's not injured now, but he doesn't have that rhythm yet. And tonight's a good start on that because he's a natural rebounder. He can make shots. He's got as good a range as anybody on the team. But we also got to find a way to get him to the foul line. We got to find a way to get him around the basket, and that's what we're going to have to spend some time doing now.
Hey, Coach. Obviously, like you mentioned, you're still figuring things out without Jalen, but how important do you think it is to kind of make some adjustments quickly in these next 2 games to get some momentum going into the new year and SEC play?
Give me an idea. I mean, what do you mean by adjustments?
Well, I'm just saying in terms of getting some momentum.
Well, I think again, adjustments are always ongoing. They're ongoing in practice. They're ongoing in the game. It's not like somebody's coming into the program tomorrow. We're going to put them in the lineup on Monday. So we just got to keep getting better at what we're doing and learn from this and move forward. So most important day for us is not Monday night. The most important day for us is tomorrow. Okay, because we got to get better tomorrow before we play Monday night. Then Monday becomes the most important day. But that's the only way you can do it. I mean, you make adjustments constantly. You have flexibility. You don't panic. You just keep getting guys confidently better. And that's why I'm not real worked up about the offense. I'm worked up about what we didn't take care of defensively. That we did at times and didn't do at other times. And we're not good enough with a margin of error that we have to not be consistent in every area defensively.
Okay, that's all. Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.